Hey, good morning, everyone. Thursday morning. We're going to do a couple of shorter video blogs this morning to kind of bring some frequent updates to our weather situation to eastern Ohio and western PA this morning. Our freezing rain pushed in this morning and has already caused a lot of slick spots on area roadways, seeing a lot of reports of accidents across the valley. We have some school adjustments, 2-hour delays, and cancellations throughout parts of the region this morning. This is the situation as of right after 8 o'clock this morning. We have just a little bit of snow on the leading edge of this, but this is primarily freezing rain that's occurring right now. We have a warm layer of air aloft, and when I say warm, I mean warmer than freezing. And then our air temperatures are right around 30 to 31 in most spots. I have 30.2 degrees here at my place in Boardman. So you're getting that rain falling into that sub-freezing air right near the ground. It's freezing on contact. The critical thing for us this morning will be how quickly can those temperatures get to 32 or above. Maybe kind of a slow process in some spots, and that can lead to prolonged icing in some parts of the area. Let me plot up the temperatures on top of the radar here and show you. At the airport, we're hanging on to 30. It's right at freezing down towards New Philly. Let me get up my telestrator here. Here's New Philly, 32. 32 in Columbus. Pittsburgh is still below freezing, so the air is just barely to freezing right in through here, and this is slowly going to push in. So the first places to hit that 32 degree mark will probably be in Columbiana County, and then slowly we'll try to get to 32, 33 off to the north into Mahoning and Trumbull and Mercer as well. No change to the watches, warnings, advisories since last evening. We still have a winter weather advisory out in the purple shading here for our entire television viewing area. It turns into a winter storm warning farther to the east on I-80, closer to central PA and on the PA Turnpike to the Altoona-Johnstown area and heading into the southern tier of the Keystone State. It's actually an ice storm warning, interestingly enough, out here in western Ohio this morning. All right, so what's going to happen for the rest of the day today? Let me switch sources here and go over to our computer model. What I think will probably try to happen this morning is that this freezing rain will transition into plain rain in some spots where we get that temperature up to 32, 33, maybe even 34. And as the air column aloft begins to cool ever so slightly, we'll warm here at the ground and cool aloft. And that may change the precipitation over to heavy wet snow in some spots before the morning is through. The best chance for that heavy wet snow, I think, will be in Mercer County and perhaps far northern Trumbull County. The rest of us will probably see a cleaner transition from the freezing rain over to plain rain by midday and afternoon. But the freezing rain is probably going to continue for another hour or two on average across the region. So you got to be real careful if you're planning on doing some traveling over the next couple of hours. I expect slow improvement on the roads by the end of the morning into the early afternoon, particularly south of I-80. If you're watching this from Mercer County and perhaps far northern Trumbull County, you may not see that 32 degree mark for a while, so your period of icing may continue a little while longer, and that flip over to wet snow is a little more likely in those spots as well. This is what I did with the snow map last night. And in this darker blue, you can see on the legend up here, that's 3 to as much as 6 inches. Now that counts what can happen today and tonight. Everyone's going to see some snow tonight. A total between those two bouts of 3 to 6 inches a possibility over here in Mercer and Lawrence counties. Reason amounts can be higher over there. One of the reasons, again, we might not see much in the way of a transition over to plain rain at all here. It may just go from a period of icing just over to snow, and that'll be it in places like Mercer and Grove City, New Lebanon, Sandy Lake, places like that. 1 to 3 elsewhere. Again, most of this, say south of I-80, most of this will be tonight. North of I-80 in Trumbull County, we may see a little bit of this 1 to 3 during the course of the day today. And when we give these ranges, they're ranges for a reason. 1 to 3 does not mean 1, it does not mean 3. It can be somewhere in that range. I think a lot of places kind of in this zone, north and east of Youngstown, will be closer to the 3 than the 1. You'll probably be closer to the 1 the farther south you are in terms of kind of splitting the difference between our areas. So a lot to keep track of this morning. I'm going to be providing a couple of additional video updates here throughout the course of the morning. Emily and Andrew will keep you updated from the studio. Stay safe if you plan on doing some traveling, and if you don't have to do some traveling, just hunker down and ride out kind of an icy morning. In some places, conditions will be better this afternoon.